All right. We're going on a trip in a broken spaceship ship. Boop. All right. Anyways, so let me begin by telling you this. Please go look up the neighborhood kids. Please start following, start liking, listen to the message that they have because it is so damn on point. And if you are a Rage Against the Machine fan, oh my god, this is it. If you like De La Soul, you like Run DMC, you like all those guys, you like classic hip hop, you will like this. Classic hip hop was a real message. I love it. Kids, you're doing great. I support everything that you do. Hey man, I will do whatever I can to push it out there. And if I can, if I'm ever in San Diego for those of you, that 619, I will come out and I will try and make sure that I see a show. All right. So, anyways, um, I was watching this morning as I woke up, just watching usual YouTube news channels and all that kind of stuff. And if you know me, I'm not really big on corporate news. I only watch it to see what they're lying about and what they're not lying about. Um, and James Carville was actually on Hannity. That was incredible because I find it interesting that you will always see those on the left going and taking the role of going on new right publication, conservative news channels. They will go and do that, but you won't see too many on the right going over. Now you had Stephen Miller, who had a blow up session on, I forgot what her name is, man, but he fucking blew up and like he started flipping the fuck out like, why can't you do all this? Why can't you like what we're doing to you, crushing your world? You must like and obey. Anyways, Carvel gets on and he's like, bro, pretty much the right has just gone through, stolen everything. They've lied about everything. They've been drugging it out. You've got felons all over the place. You've got sex offenders running here and there. And Hannity is all like, hey, don't say that out loud. Well, you know what? No. He's got some of the highest approval rating. Yeah, the guy is below 50%, which is he is right now the lowest rated president in history. In fucking history. And Musk, which I don't know why he has an approval rating, but somehow he does too, and he's also fucking low too. What? But Hannity would not let that shit go. He kept trying every single catch term and shit phrase that they always say. And Carver was like, yeah, no, here's the facts. And by the way, why don't you pull it up? Why don't you fucking show it? And that's great because that is one of the things that you need to do. If you are on some sort of right wing grifting channel, you need to be the one to be out there and say, hey, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. And if you don't believe me, as I always used to say, hey, fuck it. If you don't believe me, go look it up and prove me wrong. Nothing. Right? Hannity, you just need to fucking quit. Either that or just stick to the fucking program and never have anyone from the left on your shit. I am waiting for the day that y'all have either AOC or Crockett on there. Ooh, if you let my future wife get on one of y'all's channels, it is over for you guys. It is over. Yeah, it is over. But anyways, so I was also looking at Criminal Pack, CPAC. I know I talked about this earlier. And it was just like, I felt like I was watching Mad Max, and Thunderdome. And they were just wild and crazy and just yelling and screaming. And what the fuck is the issue with them clapping for every goddamn phrase? It feels like you're on a television set, like you're on some sort of late night show, and they have a little applause sign come up, and they're like, hey, it's time to applause, it's time to applause. And it's like each speaker had this little set point out or pause for dramatic effect and clapping. Anyways, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But of course, you had your two main fuck faces, which Felon Musk, he's out there with a fucking chainsaw. This guy, I swear to God, he's on crack. I swear he's on crack. I'm gonna leave that alone. But he comes out with a fucking chainsaw because he was trying to copy. He was a copier because he can't have his own original shit. This guy, this leader from Venezuela, who would come out with the chainsaw and say, "Yeah, we're gonna hack prices," blah 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 blah, while he was just cutting everybody and taking the money. And I mean, it was just so weird, but he couldn't form fucking full sentences. He was just so far gone. He had his little fucking crack glasses on and everything, with a fucking dark MAGA hat and shit, with a fucking chain on and everything. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are? You're so out of touch. And it was just like, wait a second, this is what Napkins think is cool? Whoa. Y'all got issues. And then Steve Bannon comes up and he's like, yeah, that guy is the shit. We're out here cutting everything, and we've got to go harder. We've got to cut everything from the people. We've got to starve them so that their prayers feed us. I mean, it's like every fucking every Greek movie and mythology movie that you've seen where the gods are like, hey, we've got to get the prayers. That's what keeps us alive. The prayers. So we will starve them until they break down and pray for us. And it's like, what? It was a prayer for authoritarianism at this criminal pack, right? Anyways, so, all right. And Mike Johnson, he's out, man, he's a fucking weirdo, okay? I believe Mike Johnson, why do I want to keep saying Mike Jones? Mike Johnson, I think he's just gay, okay? And that's why he's pushing so hard. And he's talking about his adult son, you know, being, oh, he's a fighter. He's at the Naval Academy of a boxer. Yeah, you guys still sharing the little porn addiction you got there? I don't know. I think you might have some of that family shit going on. But anyways, I digress. So, moving on from Criminal Pack, I really think that this was one of the most interesting things. So there was an interview of this farmer, right? And he was sitting there talking about, yeah, well, you know, ever since I started doing these deportations and whatnot, you know, I've lost so many people. But this was the first time a guy actually broke it down. He didn't say the full truth. He didn't fully vocalize it. He didn't say it with his fucking chest. He just popped the titty and said, hey. He said, hey, we can't get Americans to work. They just won't work. Like, they can't handle the work, or they quit the first day. And they definitely won't do it for the pay that we give everybody else, which is an admission to, hey, we pay them starvation wages. But I don't think that the average American napkins are going to understand that he was talking about napkins. He won't talk about us, because remember, we were the ones in the field. We were the ones that were doing all this dirty work everywhere. So it's all the minorities that were doing that. So he's only talking about one crowd, and that is the napkin family. Y'all guys just couldn't cut the mustard, which is what we were trying to tell you. You're talking about people that have to do these jobs, work slave labor, pay taxes, but get nothing back. But they're the ones that are stealing everything? How can he steal something someone doesn't want? How can he steal something that someone gave you? Because remember, instead of blaming them, you should be blaming the people that are paying them. Because remember now, it's not like they're going in there and say, hey, motherfucker, this is a stick up. I want all your fucking jobs. Give me that fucking broom. Give me your fucking babies so I can take care of your babies. Yeah, nah, give me your farm equipment. Nah, I'm gonna go to your land. No, I don't think that happens, right? That shit doesn't happen. Come on. But you want to steadily blame them because you don't want to do it, and you don't want to take you just don't want to take responsibility for the fact that your fucking shit ain't gonna fucking get out there and go do these jobs. You're just not. But you want to make a fucking deal out of it because it makes you feel better because of the shit that you're in, because you chose to be in that way. You chose to do this because you kept voting for it. So you chose that. So shut the fuck up and take it. Stop complaining. Now, for those of you that are defecting and leaving the right, hey, okay, but you still fucking chose it in the first place twice. And some of y'all voted twice. All right, so that's on you. It's your shit. All right, and I really find it interesting that here we are again, almost getting back to pre-Civil War era, where all of these fucking plantation owners are complaining like a motherfucker because they're losing their people. Which is why we had the Civil War, because they wanted to keep those people employed with them because they didn't want to fucking work. Because for the first fucking time in their lives, they realized, hey, I might have to actually do something, and that won't gonna happen. All right? So, you know, it is what it is. That's how it goes down. So now I also was looking at it like this, man. You've got a rise of measles, bird flu, all this shit. It's kind of reminiscent of coronavirus, right? Hey, let's not fucking talk about it and it'll go away. No, let's not talk about it so it doesn't have to look bad on you. We're going to go through and we're going to cut everybody. We don't give a fuck what you do. We're just going to cut it. We're not even going to look into what we're doing. And now they're making a mad scramble to try and get these people back, and they can't. Good fucking job. So once again, Magites, fucking Magnets, what? And if you're doing all this fraud, waste, and abuse, why don't you have accountants? Why don't you go for some of the biggest fraud, wasters, and abusers? That's in the fucking Pentagon, right? I mean, because they did some equation that some of the, like a fucking sink, you spent more on a sink than you did on like 5 government workers. The whole salary. 5 government workers' salary you paid for 1 sink. So you're trying to tell me that's not fraud and abuse? But wait a second. As old felon Husk went on and did all of this, guess what happened? $83 billion contract from the government. No fraud, waste, and abuse there? Nah, not possible. But anyways, I digress just a little bit more, man. But, you know, it is what it is. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Because obviously I'm going to have to break this into pieces. Look, there comes a time when you have to set aside your childish ways and become an adult. There has to be a time where you put aside your pride and you start voting for your better half, your better judgment, your better livelihood, right? You've just got to do it. And if you're not going to, then get the fuck out the way, all right? If you can't vote to help the embetterment of everyone, which would be under the rules of a true patriot, a person who looks out for their fellow countrymen, whoever's in your country, that's who you're looking out for. You're looking out for your country. So if they're there, that's your people. You need to look out for them, not just who looks like you. Okay? Just saying. Just fucking saying. So, in retrospect, Trump, this fucking dump of a man who has bankrupted, bulldozed, bullshitted everything in his life. Why would you trust him? Why would you keep trusting him? Remember, he is nothing if not a fucking actor. And if you notice, he does everything as if he's on TV because he is. And that's all he's doing to you. And you're dumb enough. You're dumb enough to believe that what you see on TV is always true. Now, I'll tell you, in movies, there's a kernel of truth to everything in the movies. But this ain't no fucking movie. This is a damn reality show. And that's all he's doing is setting up everybody so that it can be, everybody's in place so that they can recreate a scene, an image, a feeling. I should know. I'm a filmmaker. I was in film school. I'm still trying to get back into film school. I had to take a little break. That's besides the point. But, look, man. That's all this is. That's all this is. And that's why he has a cabinet of actors. Because he knows that they can deliver a message. Because that's what they have been paid to do. That's why he got news pundits, because you see them all the time, so you associate and you feel comfortable seeing that. You know, because you think that that's what's giving you the right shit, but they ain't, right? I'm still waiting to see a behind the scenes, you know, or back in the day, you know, some sort of VH1 special on, hey, to make a cabinet, something like that. But honestly, you motherfuckers just got to start realizing that at the end of the day, if you're not going to do the research first, shut the fuck up and sit back. Let those that understand the facts and understand what's going on be the ones in control, be the ones leading the forefront. Because obviously, you're just here to fuck shit up. You have literally shown us who the fuck you are. And then on top of that, you've got to start understanding that fucking half of the country did not vote. So half of the country didn't vote for Trump. If half the country didn't even fucking vote in the first place. 75 million is what he won. So 75 million people voted for him out of the almost 340 million people in America. So how the fuck is that half? I don't know what kind of math you're on, but that shit ain't mathing, all right? I'm just saying. And then if Kamala, if she had if you were to factor in all of the purged voter rolls and the ballot boxes that were destroyed, actually destroyed, and all of this voter suppression and voter supremacy that was going on to make sure people didn't vote, that was actual shit that happened. Vigilante Inc., for those of you who want to watch a documentary about that, which will show you all of the facts that have been proven, but for some reason just won't be brought up. I don't understand. Because we need to have a recount. We need to have a redo on the election. We need to. They bitched and moaned for fucking years over that shit. Why aren't we doing that? We can't sit back and say we got to be the better ones and just keep moving. No, motherfucker, we're still stuck in this shit. Let me digress. But here is what I'm going to say to you guys. I need for you to understand that this is an issue. If you're not going to stand up for anything, shut the fuck up and sit back. Simply put. And if you're going to stand for something, stand on business. Stand on business and be proud that what you've done has actually benefited. And there is in no way, shape, or form that it can be refuted. You are standing on some real business. Shit that is actually helping us out, because cutting all these fucking programs, cutting your grandma's fucking Social Security. And some of you fuckers are sitting up here on Social Security and that shit is getting cut. Medicaid, Medicare, all that shit's getting cut. Education, all that shit's getting cut. Why? Because they want to privatize it. They're not trying to save you money. No, they're trying to take that money while turning around and privatizing everything so they can get more money. They are going to bleed a rock. That's what they're trying to do. And you were sitting there saying, yeah, rocks bleed. Yeah, I was just bleeding a rock the other day. Knowing goddamn well you didn't. You know goddamn well that shit does not happen. But in your mind, your cultish mentality says, yeah, I got to believe whatever the fucking Orange Cheeto dickhead says. I got to believe it. And look, he's got all of these other people from Fox News on there saying the same shit, so obviously it's real. You didn't even go and bother to look it up until after the fact that you got hurt. Because once it happens to you, then, oh my God, what? I couldn't believe. Wait, what? You voted to hurt Dems. When you got to realize, when you put out a policy, you put out a mandate, you put out a law, that shit ain't just fucking party line divided. No, it ain't. It's not partisan. That is bipartisan. So they did it, and the idea of knowing that you were going to hate on others because you just wanted somebody to hate. You wanted to feel legitimized in your shit. And fucking, what is that, Elon? We gotta legalize fucking comedy again. Motherfucker, what? There is no such thing as cancel culture, you fuckface. If you said some wrong shit, you get checked. That's it. Damn. If you foul in any game, you get checked. You get points taken away. Or you get points to the other person for doing some foul shit. That's not canceling those motherfuckers. You keep playing. So, I just want to say to everyone, this is one of my new branches to the Dark of the Logic podcast. From the driver's side, I don't know what I'm going to title this one yet, but you can find it on my Patreon. You can go and please. If you look at the links, look at my bio, you'll see the links. I have a Teespring store, which I have clothing, I have accessories, I have all kinds of things. Man, just take a look at it. If you like some stuff in there, please, by all means, purchase something. Support, man. Because if we're not supporting one another, we're not doing shit for one another, all right? And I'm not asking you to go and give me your money. What I'm saying is, look, I'm providing you with something awesome. And if you feel inclined to it, if you like what you see, please support it. Otherwise, hey, man, always go and find me on everything. It's either Logos TV or the Dark of the Logic. Like, subscribe, share, support, man. I will do the same for everyone else, man. If I know that you are providing value, I will support you. So with that being said, chocolate chip out.